overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the New Orleans Saints. Saints, Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First down, Jenkins got this complete to Jahan Dotson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Taken down by Pete Werner. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage coverage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Rodgers. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jenkins. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing Jones. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On is the punter. Take it at the 37. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
We'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw on 3rd down, Jenkins. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top two seeds in the NFC. I think they're the two best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top two teams in the NFC.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Flush to his right. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jones. There's Chris Olave. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking it about the 16. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jenkins. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
The score, Commanders 10, Saints 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard
line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Jones going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Jones. And He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Saints at 13-3 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Locates Kamara on the out route. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this throw will be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. The throw over the middle, taken in. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Brandon, I'm reflecting back to one of our conversations earlier this week when you talked about how well this rookie has played this season while leading his team to a quality record. But let's face it, his best stuff, he doesn't have it in this one so far. Twice now the defense has gotten the better of him with an interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Jenkins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodgers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
1st down, Commanders.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. An extra point by Sly is up and good, and a rout is on here in this first half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. McGill. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before break. McGill. Wide open receiver complete. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. McGill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Forced out to his left. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
Throwing on first down. Jenkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw on 3rd down, Jenkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McGill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off play action. Jenkins eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
A feather in the cap for the defender picking up one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down.
Back to throw. McGill. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake. McGill. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
First and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jerome Jackson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. We'll see a return here from the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And down inside the 10, they finally stop him. But what a return. It'll be 1st and goal.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens. But you have to figure, they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep him out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
They'll run with Gibson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Jenkins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sly able to put this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A gain of 13 yards.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. McGill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10.
On first down, McGill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they go for it on 4th. 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
On 1st and 10, Jenkins escaping the pressure right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McGill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Back to throw again. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
To throw on 2nd down. McGill. And his throw here's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to...
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie. This